What's going on, team? Welcome back to another episode of the podcast. Hope we are doing fucking fantastically well and we are all raring to go, ready for a new one, ready for a new episode with me chatting shit on the old health and fitness podcast, the lifestyle of fitness, as we've classed AT Fit under. This one's going to be about why working out, why should you work out? Why should you do all these things? Why should you push yourself hard in the gym? Why should you sit on the saddle? Why should you go in the pool? Why should you train? Why should you work out? First of all, working out and training are slightly different, but I'm not going to pick hairs on that. We're gonna brush real quickly over that. I've got quite a few points to get through. So the first one is quite easy. The first one is social. The people that you're meeting within a gym environment are like-minded individuals. Well, some of them. Um, People are pursuing something that they want to get better at, whether it's physical, mental, social, blah blah blah. All these things, they're pursuing something that they want to get better at, and that like minds attract. Um, and being in a gym environment just puts you in one place, and you end up meeting some incredible people. I have to admit, the gym is where I've met probably about 90% of my favorite people I've ever met in my entire life, and that would be simply because we come through the door, you end up getting to know each other because you're there to work hard, blah 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 blah. And next thing you know, your best mates, or you're helping each other out, blah blah blah. So social is a massive influence of why you should work out. Just seeing other human beings, just smiling, hi, you're all right, like just asking how people are, and just getting out your comfort zone a little bit. Um, the second and the third point kind of go hand in hand. So the second point is discipline. Okay, creating that mental discipline, which ends up bleeding into other areas of your life. And the third point is to keep you out of trouble. So to keep you out of trouble through that discipline, on face value, it takes time out your day. So you could be out on the streets as a kid, but no, you're in the gym working hard. But you could also be doing other shit. There's if your mind wanders, you can end up going down a path that you probably shouldn't go down. And being in a gym and pursuing on the pursuit of excellence is a really good way of keeping yourself disciplined and keeping yourself on that right track, so we don't end up going down somewhere that we don't actually want to go down. So keeping you out of trouble and developing that discipline mentally, developing that mental toughness to then bleed into other areas of your life is the key. Is the key, team. Like I wouldn't have done anything if I wouldn't have gone to the gym. The stress release, and everything that you gain from the gym is incredible. And sometimes you need to take a back step on work and blah blah blah, and literally just go to the gym and allow the gym to just push you forward. And when I used to train on my own, I used to take a bag around and a little pen and paper, because I'd get ideas when I'd train, and I'd literally just jot them down. And that was because of the blood flow, because of all this blah blah blah, and even just going for walks, team. Even just going for walks, not being in the gym, not swimming, not absolutely wrecking yourself. Just being active creates that discipline and helps push push the blood flow, and ends up creating these ideas that you never even would have thought would have been possible. Um, so point number two and three keeps you out of trouble and also creates that discipline. Um, Point number four kind of links into with that mental toughness. So I'm going to breeze over that. We had a little chat about that. Point number five, team, is skills. And what I mean by skills is you also get people skills. Learning to deal with different types of people in one environment, especially if you work within a gym, you are going to meet a bunch of cunts. Um, there is no way around that. And you need to be able to, develop a little bit of a bruising to take that and not take it too personally, and be able to be professional but also stand up for yourself in an environment that most people just believe you're there to help them for free. I'm talking receptionists, I'm talking people behind closed doors, I'm talking coaches, I'm talking owners, like cleaners. All these people take way too much shit than they should do, simply because other people take their problems. They come into a gym and they just think you're there to wipe their ass. And at the end of the day, like, if they're treating you like something you're not happy with, fucking tell them. You do not have to help them. Like, you're there to help, but it's not compulsory. Like, there's not a gun to your head saying, no, you've got to help this scumbag. Um, and you've got to wait on him hand and foot. Like, at the end of the day, if they are an asshole, you tell them to leave. So you develop those skills to be able to stand up for yourself. You know, puff up your chest a little bit, metaphorically speaking, not in a physical sense. So you know, to be an act of aggression, but in the mental sense of, no, I'm alright. I know how to handle myself. I can stand up on my own 2 feet and have a little discussion about someone and hold my own. And then you can also flip the coin, Tim, and go the other skills, like the physical skills, and you know, being able to learn to walk on your hands, being able to go upside down, being able to do a sit up, being able to do a push up, pull ups. You know, deadlift is a skill, bench press is a skill, and overhead press is a skill. Clean and jerk, snatch is all clearly a very high skill. Like box jump is a skill. Like being able to do skills with your body is actually really fucking cool. And I tell you what, one of my favorite things to coach ever is box jumps. Simply because you see someone get their first box jump and their face lights the fuck up. And like they've broken through a psychological barrier and being able to jump. It sounds so daft, but it's scary. Like jumping onto a box is fucking scary. And obviously you start off by little hops. You start off on jumping onto plates. You start off going really slowly and stepping up and all that stuff. But seeing someone literally leap themselves onto a box is absolutely fucking nuts. It's their face, whether it is a bloke, whether it's a lady, whether it's a kid, it doesn't really matter. Doesn't matter the age or the gender. Like just seeing them absolutely light up is incredible, and that's better than someone nailing a deadlift or nailing a snatch or you know nailing a back squat or anything like that. Like seeing someone jump on a box for me is the best. Um, the other one, team, is another point is, or the last point I should say is quite superficial, but at the end of the day, everyone thinks about it. I don't care if you're mainly for performance, but everyone thinks about it. And the last one is to look good naked. It's fucking true. Whether you give a shit or not, you would still like to look good naked. And that comes in many different shapes and forms, team. I'm not saying like completely dick skin shredded with fucking like a million packs on your stomach and blah blah blah, blah and chiseled jawline and all that stuff. No, 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 no. That can look in many, many different ways. Like you might enjoy being a little bit of a thicker lad or lady. You might enjoy being a little bit of a smaller lad or lady. You know what I mean? It really does not matter what shape or size you come in, but you want to look good for you, not to fucking take your clothes off and like have someone go, holy shit. Yeah, that's a cool experience, but also you want to be able to look yourself in the mirror and go, fuck yeah, dude. But also be proud of the skills and also be proud of the discipline and also be proud of the mental toughness. Not just, oh, you look good, but you feel absolutely shite. Like, it's all these things that come together. It's not like, would you want to look incredible, you know, like a picture perfect Photoshop fucking thing, but be tired all the time, be lethargic, be hungry all the time, grumpy, have no energy to do anything? Nah, you probably wouldn't. Would you want to look better than 95%, 96% of the human population on the planet, but have great, great energy, blah, 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 just not this photoshopped, idyllic sort of figure that is portrayed in the media and all that sort of stuff? Trust me, I've kind of been both. I've been absolutely dick skin before, so lean, where you are so fucking tired all the time, so grumpy, it's not worth it. And then I've also been absolutely fucking huge, and obviously that's not great either. Like, performance comes in very, very different shapes and sizes, It depends on what you want for that short period of time. Your body is an adaptive organism. It is an incredible thing. And if you want to get a little bit leaner for a holiday or whatever, cool, you can do. But at the same time, if you wanted to gain a little bit of strength and get a little bit thicker, or maybe compete in powerlifting or whatever, then cool, that's awesome. You know, it comes in peaks and troughs. It fluctuates up, but it fluctuates down again. But being good mentally and proud of the discipline, the mental toughness, the skills, and all the things you've gained from doing that will allow you to look yourself in the mirror, no matter how big, small, lean, fucking thick, or whatever you are, and go, yeah, man, I look good naked. You know what I mean? Sort of all those points kind of come together, and that's a few reasons why I should work out. There are a couple more, and you're going to have personal reasons too. You know, we've not even touched upon the health. Like, I think that's a given, you know, to improve upon your health, like, and to live longer. But those just a few reasons or 3 reasons that you might not have thought about. All right, might not have thought about. And be fucking proud of yourself if you walk in a gym and kick ass. Be fucking proud of yourself. Right, team. Have a fucking banging one. I will see you in the next one, and look after your loved ones. Peace and love.